The amount of growth in people, like in personalities that I've seen change in this industry, I've seen it all, dude.
Yeah.
I've seen people change completely, and you would have never guessed they were not for sales.
Yeah. Belief is a big part of being able to actually sell something. You got to believe in it. And it's a lot easier to believe in something when you're actually seeing the benefits and people are actually, you're going back and you're talking to them and they're saying, yes, this changed everything about the way that I live in my house.
Like the process of solar just takes so long.
Yeah.
There's a checklist of 50,000 things that if one of those things goes red, you're on pause on your projects.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Behind the Knock podcast. Today, I've got my friend Kyle Cabell here. Hey, Kyle.
What's up?
So a little bit of background, Kyle and I have been working together for a long time. We started at the previous organization together, and we've stayed in touch, and he's recently come back to the dark side of Proficient Windows. And we are so happy to have him. He's killing it, hence why he's here today. So, Kyle, let's get started, man. Tell me a little bit about the beginning. We'll start from just kind of your introduction into door to door in general. I don't think I know a lot about that, actually.
So I, with the previous organization, started, and I had a guy that was training a bunch of us. He had his own team that he put together. He was killing it. And I saw a Facebook ad. So I think I was cleaning carpets or something at the time, and reached out to him and was like, yo, I want to check this out, see what it's all about. And then went and shadow knocked with him in Ivan's for a couple of days. And they were planning a trip to Salt Lake for like a company trip. And I told my wife, I was like, hey, I gotta at least try this, check it out, see what it's all about. So went up there, had the script down, got 7 sales in my first 10 days.
Damn.
That was back in the day when it was only $650 a sale.
That's right. What'd you get? 1,200 if it was over 20 windows or something?
24 windows.
Gosh, dang.
They had fat deals where only, they had to have a ton of windows. So,
yeah.
But even then, even with that pay scale, I still made more money that week than I'd ever seen in a paycheck before. So
Sure.
I just told my wife, like, I gotta take this shot. So just kept at it, and it's pretty consistent after that. So
yeah,
not 7 sales every 10 days consistent, but as it happens, but pretty consistent after that.
So did you have any sales experience leading up to your first run-in with door-to-door?
I did telemarketing for 6-7 months, maybe.
No way.
Selling SEO, Google listings.
No kidding.
Yeah, it might have been a scam. It probably was a scam, to be honest, but I learned a lot though. So
sure.
It was cold calling.
Okay.
So
they had a script for you and everything.
Had a script for us.
Okay.
And, yeah.
So you were a little conditioned to it, but not a ton of. Did you have any other sales experience other than that?
Nah.
Okay. Cool. And so your experience at the previous organization, how long were you there?
I was there for probably a year and a half, maybe.
Year and a half.
And then quit for close to a year, and then went back for maybe about another year.
Okay. What were you doing between that year that you quit and went back?
Selling solar.
No kidding.
Did solar in Utah, a lot in Richfield area.
Okay.
Spent a lot of time out there.
So what was that experience like? Was it, I mean, can you just kind of unpack that a little bit?
Like solar compared to this?
Yeah.
Or
yeah.
Gotcha. It was cool. Very circumstantial that I think it made actual sense to do it for a lot of folks. I didn't really feel like I was solving anyone's problems. It was kind of just like, here, we'll swap your bill out and maybe we'll lower your electric bill and 30 years from now, when you pay these off,
It'll
and
pay off.
maybe the electricity is 10 times more expensive. Like,
Yeah.
it'll be worth it then.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, I don't know, wasn't that great? There was a couple of times, like, this lady was super old. She was on medical, and she lived out in the middle of nowhere. She had a water pump that was on electric. So it's one of those things, like, she needed solar and battery backup to make sure she had water if she
For sure.
didn't have electricity. So
those are kind of the incidents where you actually feel like you're helping somebody. I was like
doing something nice for someone. They paid it cash. If you didn't finance it, it was kind of a good deal. So always the cash buyers made more sense for. And then, people that lived out in the middle of nowhere that could actually benefit from having just more off the grid.
Yeah.
So
I've always felt like that's one of the only scenarios where I would probably go all in to solar is if it would take me off the grid. I can't understand, because some of those contracts are shady, bro. Like, you're locking them into a lease that's 30 years long, and then, or you're taking 30 years to pay them off. And by the end of that, maybe the solar panels are still good. Maybe they're not. And a lot of times you're trading off the amount that you're giving the electric company, and you're giving it to the solar guys instead to pay for those solar panels.
And then they're giving all the tax credits to the solar companies too.
Seriously? I didn't know that.
Yeah, I think might be different like nowadays, but it seemed like back then it was, if you were leasing the panels from the company, they would just take all the tax credit from
Gosh dang.
So it's like, what did the homeowner get? They just
solar
had
panels.
A consistent electric bill.
Yeah.
So Windows, circling back to that, was just good because you're actually helping people. You're solving problems in their home. They're noticing the heat, the cold coming through, whatever it might be for the seasons. They're noticing the noise, the dust, whatever. There's so many issues that can just stem from the windows alone. And getting them new windows kind of solves a lot of problems that they might not even think about. It's in the back of their mind,
Sure.
And then it just makes a difference in their home. They notice the comfort levels improving. It's like, they're saving on their electric bill, but that's, not the reason a lot of people are buying windows.
Right.
That's just kind of like a little cherry on top.
I agree.
But they're just, comfortability is the main reason. Whenever you come back to a customer that you've helped out a year or two later, and you ask them, like, how are you liking the windows? I love that my electric bill is a little bit lower. No, it's always like, I can stay in this room and quilt all day long.
That's right.
and not notice the elements,
Yep.
So,
and the house looks good. And
or I live next to this busy road. I can't hear the cars driving by nearly
For
as
sure.
bad, or, whatever. It's just like actually solving a problem for them.
So do you feel like that's why Windows has been a little bit more sustainable for you?
I think so. Yeah, there's a lot. If I can tell that I'm helping someone, then that helps me sleep a little bit better at night. You got to be able to sleep at night. So,
when I think everybody knows that belief is a big part of being able to actually sell something, you got to believe in it. And it's a lot easier to believe in something when you're actually seeing the benefits, and people are actually, you're going back and you're talking to them, and they're saying, yes, this changed everything about the way that I live in my house.
Yeah.
Pretty
It's
cool.
way more fulfilling.
Yeah.
And you makes pretty good money doing it too.
It does, dude.
That's nice too.
Yeah. You get paid on the front end too. You don't have to wait for the windows to be installed. That's something that I've heard about solar too, is that you kind of have to wait for that job to be installed in order to get paid on it.
Yeah.
I could be wrong about that, but
that's what it is. And I was with a company that paid a lot more on the front end than most any other solar company. And I think it just bit them in the ass, because what happens is, like, the process of solar just takes so long. There's there's a checklist of 50,000 things that if one of those things goes red, you're on pause on your project. So it's like, and they can cancel any time between that until the panels are on their roof.
Seriously.
So it's like, dude, if they have any issues with anything in the 6 months it takes some of these companies to get the panels up, then they're canceling. So if you got paid all that on the front end, you got to claw that back to them. So it's like
Oof.
we had a ton of people that were just owing $10,000-$20,000 back to the company because they had
Ooh.
so many solar deals that were canceling. So it's like,
You can't live life like that, just
No.
kind of on the edge of your seat. Like, I've got 60 grand in the bank right now, but it could all be gone tomorrow.
yeah, this one guy was like, dude, if I got to make money out here, because if I don't make money out here, like I owe them. And so pretty much this week I'm working for free. Like
Oh,
I have to pay my next $17,000 has to go to the solar company to pay these clawbacks. So hopefully I get, a couple fat deals out here so I can pay that back. And it's just like,
dang.
dude, I'd rather take everything on the back end when everything's said and done when
Oh,
they
for
can't.
sure.
So that's probably
Yeah.
why they do that.
Yeah, you feel like you're working for free, but then at least you don't have to give it back the back end. That's crazy. That's crazy.
Things might have changed now. It seems way different these days, but
Maybe.
it's
Well,
not for me.
yeah. I don't think
I like Windows.
Yeah, I don't think it's for a lot of people, which is why you're seeing such a big boom in the window industry right now. So, so circling back, I know that. So after you came back to the previous organization, you were there for about a year. I know that there was a little bit of let's call it an exodus at that company. So tell me about what happened after that with you.
Yeah, I kind of just didn't like what I was seeing, where things were going. The things I was hearing on the field, just didn't like it. So moved on to another company that a lot of us are from too. So, and I stayed there for 6-7 months, and I don't know.
Yeah,
I want to say like traveling was a big thing. We were traveling a lot, but I'm traveling now.
sure.
So, it's kind of one of those things where you find if you're not traveling and you're stuck at home, you're not making money, you're way more stressed just sitting at home, even if you're spending more time with your family or doing whatever. It's like, that's great. But if I'm worrying about where the bread's coming from,
It's not fun.
so I'd much rather travel and spend a week away from the family and focus in with no distractions, make as much bread as you can. Then when you're actually home, you can actually be home
For
with your
sure.
family. So
It's important.
yeah.
Yep. Money's not everything, but it definitely makes it easier to live.
Yeah.
It's for sure. Cool.
Money, different problems come with money.
That's very true, man. So we brought you in. We brought you into the company how long ago? A month ago?
A month and a half, maybe
Month and
2
a
months
half.
ago.
And since then, why don't we talk about that a little bit? Kind of your progression path since we brought you in. I could talk about it all day, but why don't you tell us kind of how that's gone for you?
Heard a lot about all the good stuff y'all were doing, mainly from Baylor.
Yeah.
He kept me in the loop for a lot of it because we're pretty tight. But so he told me, we're going on a trip to Albuquerque. You should come out. And I said, all right, I'll see what I can do. So came out, crushed it.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, all right, this is the place. The people were cool. The vibe was right. The goal for the company is at a good spot. The company has a lot of integrity. They're just doing things the right way. So
Yep.
It seemed like it just made sense to come back.
You're fitting right in, dude.
Yeah.
It's really cool to see. And since you've got brought on, you've actually moved you up and we got you in director training now.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's about time.
Yeah, it is about time, man. Yeah, you've been doing this for long enough. It's due time, and I feel like you're a lot more prepared for it now than you have been in the past too.
Yeah, I was the only thing holding me back in the past, so It's just time.
Yep, it is. And so just for a little bit of context, a lot of people don't know like the setter-closer model. So our setters are called coordinators. They go out, they set the appointments at the doors, and then our closers are called directors. So Kyle's been a coordinator for a long time, and he has killed it. He's got a name in the company, and with every company he's been at, he's sells Jesus just because he's a miracle man. He's able to pull sales out of pretty much anywhere. I don't know that you've gone anywhere and not had a ton of success, but I know that you've made some changes in your personal life, and I think you're ready. You're ready for the move up. So why don't we talk a little bit about that director training and kind of how that's going for you and what that looks like?
Yeah, it's good. It's a lot of work. So, but you just gotta do it.
Mm-hmm.
Like and that's just from any company. If it's a halfway decent company, they should have the resources available for anyone to make those steps.
Yep.
So it's just a matter of just getting it done. It's just time to level up and move up. And I'm not in my 20s anymore. I'm an old man now. So,
That's right.
I got to prepare for the future a little bit more.
Yep. Well, and I think it's a really good stepping stone. I know that you want to get into leadership too. You're kind of at that point where you're like, all right, it's time to take this serious. And, leadership is where you can really kind of settle down in an area and spend a little bit more time with your family, and director is a really good stepping stone to that. So I'm proud of you, bro.
Good.
I'm really proud of you. And
you too, man.
I've just been impressed too. I know we went on that trip to Albuquerque shortly after you got the director's script. And dude, every time I came home and you were home, you were laying in bed looking at that script, writing down notes, and like you're taking it very seriously. Mm-hmm. So proud of you, bro. It's awesome to see. All right, Kyle. So you've been doing this for a long time. I'm sure you've got some cool stories. So tell me about your worst trip ever. Sleeping situation, things of that nature.
Dude, worst trip. By far, I can't remember where it was, maybe Moab, but they had this Airbnb that we all stayed in called the AfriCabin. It was like creepy as hell. There's like, was it Monticello?
Yeah, Monticello.
Monticello,
Okay.
AfriCabin. Creepy African shit hanging up all over the house. There's only one bathroom in there. There's no door. It's like saloon doors for the bathroom. So, and there's one of them. There's like 12 of us staying in this little AfriCabin. You got J-Rod in there. If you've never stayed in an Airbnb with J-Rod, it's trip to the little boy's room about 50,000 times a day.
Oh yeah.
So we're all sharing the AfriCabin. J-Rod's taking his freaking shits all night long in the Airbnb. It was
with the saloon
awful.
doors.
Mm-hmm. Where everyone was sleeping upstairs only had one outlet for chargers. So nobody could do shit up there. Nobody could charge their phones. It was hot as balls. It was the worst Airbnb probably ever. But on that same trip, I think is when we had the poker game, and I won $900 on a poker game.
Nice.
And bought an Xbox with it.
Nice.
So that was good. That was a good trip.
Nice, man. And then on the other side of that, what do you think would be like your best trip situationally?
Dude, I've been on so many trips. It's hard to put a pin on the best one, but we go to cool places. Like that's one of the things I love about this the most is like, when am I going to have the chance to go to, like, why the fuck would I go to Albuquerque, New Mexico?
Right.
Like, or any of these small towns that we go to, like, why would I have any reason to go out there? But it's cool when you go out there and like see all these different places. You get to see the town, learn about the people a little bit more, and gives you way different perspective on it. So
hang out with your boys.
Yeah, hang out with your boys, make some money, see some cool places.
Yeah.
Actually, good time was when we went to Reno. We all took a day off, went tubing down the river together. So we had the whole team just drinking beers, tubing down the river.
It's a good time.
Yeah, it was good.
Yeah. Is Albuquerque anything like you would have imagined it to be?
Dude, I wasn't really sure what I was expecting, but pretty similar to St. George and Arizona area. Honestly, it's not that different. Kind of just reminds me of St. George a little bit.
That's interesting, man.
Some
I've
places in Colorado too, a little bit. So
Yeah.
it kind of got weird.
Yeah, like Grand Junction-y a little bit.
Like
Yeah.
a Grand Junction-y type vibe.
Yeah. It was interesting going out there. You see New Mexico depicted as just like a desert.
Mhm.
And I was like, it's going to be flat. There's going to be nothing out there. And then we get out there and there's this big ass mountain just cascading over the entire town. It's definitely unexpected.
Yeah.
So
it's a cool spot.
It is. Hey, so circling back to that AfriCabin trip, I know it sounds like it was a bit of a shit show, right? But you still had a good time.
Mm-hmm.
What kind of culture and dynamic does it take in order to make something like that still a success at the end of the trip?
I mean, you got to be tight. When you're traveling on a sales team, you're with these guys half the time. Like, you're spending half of your time, just as much time with your family as you are with these guys. So, I mean, if you have someone, I mean, sometimes you're not going to get along with everyone, but the culture's got to be, it's got to be right. You can't have one person that just everybody doesn't even want to be around, you know. Some people just don't fit in with it, and that's fine. But we give everyone a shot, and when it all meshes well together, that's what makes those memorable experiences, because we all made money. We all got even closer than what we were before. We built that just camaraderie as a team together, had each other's back no matter what. And there's something different when you have to have 12 guys bundled up in sleeping bags on the floor because there's only one AfriCouch.
Right.
So
with one outlet.
With one outlet. Yeah. You got just one power strip just overloaded with chargers.
What a nightmare.
Yeah, it was not good, dude. But it was good.
So what are some of the things that you do on those sales trips? Because it's not just work all the time, right? There's a fair amount of downtime. You're spending a lot of personal time with these people. You mentioned a poker trip. What are some of those other things that not a poker trip, but a poker game that seemed pretty memorable to you? What are some of those other things that are kind of injected into those trips that kind of bring that culture together?
Well, it seems like most of the time we do some kind of team builder event thing, whether we all go to dinner together, you know, just take a night off, quit thinking about work, just go spend some time together, go get some dinner, some drinks, top golf, bowling, you know, whatever, go-karts. We do it all. Those are almost the best things. You crush it on your work week towards the end. You do that team builder. That's the good stuff.
Makes it all worth it.
Yeah, because then, I mean, even sometimes you win prizes too, because we do the prizes, the bonus checks.
Yep.
So,
those are always good. The oversized checks.
Yeah, we don't get pizza. The boss man don't get us pizza here.
That's right.
We get trips. I think we're doing a goal, right? We're doing a goal right now. We do $1 million in revenue.
That's right. Go to Miami.
We go to Miami.
Yep.
Let's go. We're
not dead set on Miami, but I think it'd be fun.
Yeah.
I've never been.
Florida's fun, dude.
Never been. Florida. Yeah. I think it would be fun. So Kyle, I do want to ask you too, like, I feel like I don't know you super well outside of work. What do you do on your days off? Like, what does that look like for you?
Spend a lot of time with my wife and kid. He's 5, my kid. So he's just learning all sorts of stuff. He's at that age, you know, where he's a lot more fun. He's able to do more stuff. So we go camping a lot. When the weather is nice, when it's not 150 degrees outside, we like to go camping together. So
it's awesome.
A lot of time camping outdoors, watch movies together. Make food. I've been making a lot of food lately.
Have you?
Yeah.
It's kind of getting into that, huh?
Yeah.
Gordon Ramsay.
Yes, yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, cooking. I've been really into cooking lately, so that's been fun.
It's a good hobby. It's a good hobby. I'm sure it makes the wife happy.
Yeah, and then it's just nice too, just knowing what's going into your food.
That's
What
right.
exactly you're feeding your family.
That's exactly right.
So,
What other hobbies do you have? What are some of your favorite things to do outside of hanging out with your kid, cooking? What are some of those other things that you fill your time with?
Clash Royale.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
We got to get on some Clash, baby.
People get hooked on that shit, and I have never even tried it.
Really?
Yeah. It seems like a hard drug. Like if I did try
Kind
it,
of is, yeah.
I wouldn't be able to get off of it. Just scared, bro.
Dude, almost everyone on the team plays it.
I know.
In that jump start the other day when Molly's phone the Clash sounds.
So funny.
It's like, dude, what, Molly? You're playing Clash?
Dude, she was so embarrassed, but I know that her respect level went up like 5 points with everybody
everyone
else.
on the team is like, dude, Molly clashing?
Molly, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's really all I got, man. Is there anything that you want to talk about if someone was kind of on the fence with coming into the window industry, anything that you could relay to them to get them kind of up and over the fence and steer them in the right direction?
Yeah, I mean, the big thing is just doing the work. The only place that success comes before work, you know where that is?
Personal life.
The dictionary.
Oh my God.
That's the only place you'll find success before work.
You got me. Yeah.
Just got to put in the work. I've seen growth from people in this industry that I'm convinced that, some people are like, sales, it's not for me. It's not for everyone. The amount of growth in people, like in personalities that I've seen change in this industry, I've seen it all, dude. Yeah. I've seen people change completely, and you would have never guessed they were not for sales.
Yeah.
Because now it's just who they are. So a lot of it is just take the leap. It's the biggest thing. Just take the leap, do it, try it, put in all of your effort. You have all the resources, all the tools available. We're not reinventing the wheel here. We just do the things that work, and we have all the right leadership and training and abilities to learn what we need to.
That's exactly right.
You just got to just take the step, just do it. Get over the fence. Just get your ass over the fence and do it.
Just commit.
Yeah.
Commit.
Just commit.
Yep.
Just do something hard. Nothing worthwhile in life is easy. So just got to do the hard things.
And do you feel like there's anything essential for someone coming into this that wants to make it work? Is there any key components that they need to bring with them in order to make this really work?
I'd say a lot of it is, I'm sure anyone will tell you too, is just what you do, like what you're doing outside of work. Like if your personal life or your life at home is not doing so hot, it makes this job even more difficult. It's not, it's not an easy job. It's hard. It's mentally hard. And if you're not doing good at home, if your personal life is not doing well, then it's going to be harder to find success in this industry. So you really got to have your personal life in the right direction.
Yep. I agree with you, man. And I know that you're married and you have a kid too. Mm-hmm. How was it trying to get your wife's buy-in for you to come and do something like this? I know that there's a lot of traveling involved. Do you feel like she's very supportive of that?
It was a lot harder at first. I think probably most anyone will tell you that. Like, you kind of get used to it. But at first it was a little bit harder until, I was gone for a week and a half and came back and made a lot of money. Mm-hmm. So it makes it a little bit easier to convince them that this is a good thing to do and when you have something to show for it. So
for sure.
But she's super supportive. She's always been right there for me, cheering me on.
That's awesome. She
never has complained about me having to be gone. It's makes her sad sometimes for sure, but she knows I got to do what I got to do. And if she wasn't right there by my side, I could tell you it would be a lot harder to do this.
Yep.
So
That was going to be my next question: is how important do you feel like spousal buy-in is?
Yeah. She's got to be the angel on your shoulder, not the devil on your
That's
shoulder.
right.
You know what I mean? So
That's right.
because it's like I said, it just makes everything way harder if you have a spouse that's doesn't just not as committed as you are. You know, if they're not bought in, if they don't have the confidence that this is going to work too, it's a huge thing too. So
I agree
conviction, they got to have the conviction just as much as we do.
Yep. The belief in you
Mhm.
so that you can go out and get it and believe in yourself.
Mhm.
Yeah, I agree. Well, Kyle, I appreciate you, man. I'm really glad to have you as part of the company. Is there any final thoughts? Anything else that you would want to add to top off this conversation?
Come check out Proficient Windows, baby.
That's right. You won't regret it. So
It's a good spot to be.
that's right. Well, this was our interview with Kyle Cabell, Sales Jesus. Check us out, follow, subscribe, like, and we'll see you next time. Peace.